Hey guys, this is Prod from Stone Reverie, and welcome to our first ever devlog for our game. And so in this devlog there will be two separate parts to it. The first part will be me explaining the art direction of our game, and then the second part will be Flo explaining the combat system and other mechanics such as the inventory system. And so within our game there are three different biomes that you can explore. There is a forest biome, desert biome, and a snow biome. And so these three different biomes are aligned along a horizontal gradient, where the forest biome is the main biome at the middle. And these biomes are procedurally generated with a 21 kilometers of playing area in diameter. And so as you can see, this is the forest biome. And our main focus, one of our main focus for this game is to focus on the aesthetics of these forests, because of the fact that our game is played in the Stone Age, and so we don't really have any other structures or any other significant landmarks to provide an impact on our environment, and so we have to rely on the lakes and forests to have more impact aesthetically. As for the art style, we decided to go towards a flat shaded low poly look, and so as you can see from this forest biome, we are currently using a low poly mesh art style, but we also decided to mix in some textured meshes just to add more depth to the environment. And so hopefully in the future, when we actually get to implement the food system, we can start adding more vegetation just to add more variation. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the forest biome, and now onto the snow biome. For the snow biome, we decided to mainly use pine trees to define the forests, but with this biome I still have a lot to do because there are still some plants that are too big, so like this one here. But later this week I am planning to reduce the size of this one and maybe some other ones. For these pine forests, we are also trying to achieve a similar look or feel to the forest biome in terms of the diverse ecosystem. But in order to do this, we need to add more vegetation, especially in this biome, because there are areas where it's still too empty, like this one here. So recently I've just finished adding these patches of grass to the snow biome, because I felt like the snow biome was too plain and too white, and so I decided to add these patches of grass just to add more colour variation. And so as you can see, I've made it so that these patches of grass spawn more often or occurs more often around lakes, because I found that especially in the snow biome the lake seemed a bit too empty. But overall, once I do these improvements to the snow biome, it should look a lot better. And now onto the desert biome. And right now the desert biome needs the most work because there are a lot of things that I want to adjust, especially with these patches of grass, because I don't really like how they turned out since they appear too dense. And so later this week I'll be also focusing on adjusting the density of these patches of grass. But another thing I need to improve on are these cliffs here, because they don't occur too often, and so what I need to do is to increase the intensity of the noise so that they form more often. And this is very important because we have to rely on these cliffs to have more impact aesthetically to our environment. So we also have these oases that form around lakes, and we decided to implement this because we needed something to increase the chances of surviving in the desert biome, because right now in the desert the vegetation is very sparse, and so we needed a place where you can collect a lot of resources, and the oasis does a very good job at doing this. But overall, we are really happy with how the desert biome turned out, since it took a lot of testing to achieve this type of terrain. And so this week I'll mainly be focusing on trying to improve the snow biome and the desert biome. And on that note, that's pretty much it for this devlog, and so we'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, as this will help our game develop.